flipped out. It's rolling outside. Easy look for Nicholson. Got it. Swain sizes up Rochi, blows past her, and it's a beautiful finish.
Ball A's open for three.
Oh,
Wow!
Step through. Oh, Kayla Joy. Out the backboard.
McConnell working against Olsen, found an opening and comes up with an easy two. Well, this is Reese feeling confident, and that's why.
Round 12 continues in the Harbour City. Welcome to Kudos Bank Arena as the players arrive courtside. Checking in thanks to Minor Hotels. Bendigo come into this one riding a whopping 10-game win streak, and they're looking to make it 11 at Kudos Bank. The Flames, well, they've shown a consistent run of improvement under Renee Garlett, breaking through for a win against the Caps in round 11. Can they break the streak of the Bendigo Spirit here? We will see. Liam Ellison here in commentary, and alongside me this afternoon is WNBL Life member Larissa Anderson and WNBL Championship winning coach Laurie Chiswick. Welcome to you both. Larissa, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Great to be here, Liam. I think Sydney coming off the back of a fantastic win. It was great to call that game to see Renee Garlett get her first win as WNBL coach, but Sydney played so well against Canberra, so they'll be feeling really great coming into tonight's game. But no bigger challenge than coming up against lead leaguers in Bendigo Spirit.
Well, they topped the ladder, but they are also the best defensive team. So I think it's going to be difficult to Sydney to find ways to score, but they've got some great talent out there. So hopefully we're in for a good game today.
Unique Thompson is one of those avenues to the basket. She's been one of the best imports in WNBL26. Here she was earlier with Joe Healy.
Unique, obviously a tough one against Southside, but you guys have made so much progress over the last couple of months. Where do you feel your biggest sort of gains have been made?
Yeah, I will say with the progress that we have made and just knowing that that's what it's all about, progress instead of perfection, and just continue to have that courage to just build into each other, to just mold each other, and to just know that we're building our foundation. And so we've been doing that. So I'm looking forward and I'm excited to continue to do that.
How much more do you want to see in terms of improvements over the next little while and to finish off the season strongly?
Yeah, I think we always have more to give. That just comes with anything and everything that we do in life. So I just know that the girls, we know that we don't have a ceiling, and we're just tapping into that. And just when we realize we don't have one, it kind of scares you because you're like, oh, I have more to give. So just being able to dial into that.
Bendigo have been on a bit of a tear. I mean, what would it mean to be the ones to stop them in their tracks, and how do you go about that?
Yeah, I think it would mean everything because they have been playing very well, but just more so for us and knowing the work that we have put in. People really can't see it because we're not getting the wins in the way that we would like to, but we know what we've been doing and what we're capable of, so it would mean everything to us.
Amazing. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you much.
Well, they've had above 90 points in both of their previous games, the Flames. They've shown that run of improvement. And next to her, Agnes Emanopu has been terrific as well, Laurie.
Well, she certainly has, but I really like that progress, not perfection, from that interview. But yes, Emma Anopu, 15 points, 8 rebounds. She is so influential. She showed her athleticism, her high work rate. She's really an important cog on this team, and she'll need to play with that relentlessness in today's game.
Well, the Bendigo Spirit have a new signing for this afternoon's contest. Emma Clark, a former Sydney Flame herself, spoke with Joe a little earlier.
Yeah, thanks. You've come in to the Spirit to replace Mariana Tolo. Can you share a little bit about how the contract sort of came about and the conversations that were had?
Yeah, I was training in Melbourne like on my own, and yeah, just getting the work in, and then Kennedy gave me a call and was like, let's come have a meeting, and then yeah, quickly took shape, and now I'm here. So yeah, couldn't be more grateful.
Oh, we're great to have you back on a WNBL court. Big shoes to fill, obviously, but you come with your own wealth of experience. These guys have been on a bit of a tear. What are you looking to add to take them to even another level?
Yeah, I mean, cannot complain about the run they've been on, and you know, being on top of the ladder at this point in the season is just such a credit to the girls and the coaches. And yeah, I just want to come in and make the team better however I can, and you know, whether that's being a guard one game or you know, guarding a post the next. Yeah, going to bring energy on the bench and yeah, just be the best version of me.
Coming up against your former team as well, would it make a win today that much more satisfying?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely have my feelings about Sydney, but yeah, I'm glad to be back here, and you know, seeing my ex-teammates and stuff's great, and yeah, definitely gonna hopefully walk away with the win.
We're looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks. See ya.
Well, Larissa, it always adds a little bit of added incentive when you come up against your former side.
It does, and it's quite amazing how many players tend to come up make their return game against their old side. Talia Tupea did the same thing. It tends to be Sydney the last 2 weeks. But look, Emma Clark is a fantastic pickup and I think will be great for Bendigo.
Kelsey Reese has been a player who's really come into her own her first pro season. Mariana Tolo exiting the lineup and she's really stood up, Larissa.
She sure has. I mean, rookie year, great size, and playing alongside the experience of Kelsey Griffin, I think has just been so good for her development. And losing Mariana Tolo, I think it's what an opportunity for a young gun to step up.
Ball ace, where McConnell, Pollard, and Kelsey Griffin are the 5 for the Bendigo. And Izzy Ball ace held to a 12 points in her last outing. Clearly had a remarkable season. What's the key to stopping her tonight, Laurie?
Well, I'm not sure there is a key. I think it's got to be done by committee. I mean, I think you need to throw various people at her. But what was so interesting is she didn't top score last game they played, and they still won comfortably over Townsville. So it just goes to show the balance of scoring and team effort that they've got, Bendigo.
We'll go again with a tip here at the bank. A doubleheader today for the Flames and the Kings. And it's a mental health initiative for Hoops Capital in partnership with Got You For Life and Talk To Me Bro as well, two organisations supporting that cause. Underway here, Flames Spirit, great to have you company. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson and Laurie Chiswick with you in commentary. Here's Thompson for an early 3. Stays Flames basketball on the baseline.
You can see early Emma Nopu just getting that great position on the boards and earning possession back for the Sydney Flames.
Well, Sydney Flames lead the league in offensive rebounds. They're not necessarily the tallest team, but they average 15.3 offensive rebounds. And that is just about effort. And we can see the effort there. And that nice 3-point basket by Emma Nopu.
Opens her account coming off that career high 15 points on New Year's Eve. And last outing.
Confidence goes a long way in this game, and as I mentioned in the pre-game, Sydney are going to be feeling really good after such a great win against the Caps, particularly with the UC Caps having such a good win against Perth Lynx yesterday. It just shows that everyone is capable of beating anyone if you're switched on.
As we sort something out with the score bench here to kick us off at Kudos Bank.
It's assistant coach Tom Garlop on the screen there.
Assisting wife Renee. A slight delay here to kick us off in Sydney. Flames coming off a 94-113 loss against Southside Melbourne in Sydney. Bendigo riding that 10-game win streak, looking for 11. They last defeated Townsville away from home on New Year's Eve, and that was a big victory for the Bendigo Spirit to get it done over the fire.
Well, it certainly wasn't. And again, you know, we know that Lauren Cox went down with an injury, and we certainly hope that she is recuperating, and we send all our best to her. But it was a bit of a surprise that the result was, I think we all thought it might be a little bit closer than it was, but credit to Bendigo, they were clinical in that win.
Let's get down to Joe Healy, courtside. Sydney Flames come into this one with some hope they can break the streak, Joe.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Flames respond here. Renee Garlop spoke after that Flyers game about the start, and she just said that she didn't think they came out as hard as what they had over the past few weeks, and it was almost like a couple of steps forward and a step back given the progress that they had made. She also said that at the defensive end, she was really disappointed, again, based on all the work that they've been doing since she took over. So good start for them here in this one. Really looking forward to seeing how they respond, and hopefully they can come out strong.
Thanks, Joe.
Most times that you score 94 points, you would think that would be enough to get a win, but the south side 113 and shooting the ball at 43%, they just, you know, couldn't get over the line. Amazing game.
One of the highest scoring games of the season, that one. Back underway here after a score bench delay. Agnes Emanopu opens the account with a 3-ball. Meg McConnell. Thompson switching onto the ball. Here's Griffin a long way from the iron. Can in front. Can she take her to the rack? Kick ball off Michaela Can.
I think she's a bit confused and shocked by the foul there, but if we look on the replay here.
Just didn't quite have her feet set, but she was trying to do the right thing by a lateral movement and cutting off the baseline by getting there first, but the referee saw the foul.
14 to work with. Back with ball ace. 22 points per game this season. First in the WNBL. Connell, her backcourt mate, now attacking baseline, and Agnes Imanopu with a denial. One of the league leaders in that category. Skip pass Froling inside with a seal. Batted out of bounds from Borlase.
Great job by Borlase there. Clear mismatch in there, but did a great job to half to three-quarter front the post and give herself a little bit more time. Great block.
Inbounds Nicholson. Leading scorer for the Flames. 17 points per game. Froling, great defense. Hand to it was Pollard. Borlase still advancing and draws contacts.
I really like that from Izzy Borlase, just recognizing that the defense was back but not set, and she had that advantage. She got her shoulder into the defender and was able to go up and find herself at the foul line.
She's a lot of fun to watch on fast break. I just love how she backs herself, as you said, saw that she had a bit of a mismatch there and went hard.
First is good for Borlase.
89%. Yeah, 89% foul shooter.
And now she's got her eye in. Look out.
And continues that trend off the board. Pick and roll action with Thompson. Here's Nicholson advancing on Werrup. Has the assignment. Nicholson plus interest.
That is all class from Nicholson. Just her patience on the drive, as we see on this Amy replay. She doesn't panic. She stays poised and balanced. And that's a tough finish by Nicholson.
Fighting back inside in the keyway. That was tough. And Nicholson makes no mistake.
Nice start from the Flames here. Exactly how they would have liked to have started against such a potent team as in Bendigo.
Absolutely. They both average almost identical points per game, Larissa. It's the defense is the difference.
In fact, they do average identical 75.1 points per game.
There you have it. That's
75.7, sorry. I was 0.6 off, Liam.
I'll take it to 1 decimal point. That's close enough.
They're identical, both teams.
This is 7th versus 1st, we can't forget.
But as Loz pointed out at the start of the game, the points against is quite different.
Well, it is 66.6 for Bendigo and 85.6 for Sydney. So that there lies the difference in these two teams and where they sit on the ladder.
Bendigo can put the clamps on defensively. Let's see if Sydney can breach it. Nicholson again draws 2 defenders. Now single numbers. Froling will let fly from 3. Unique Thompson, and they are fantastic in this. Offensive rebounds, a strength for Sydney.
It certainly is a strength, and they'll want to continue to do that. I'm really impressed with Sydney right now in their ball movement, their player movement, but also the speed at which they're doing things.
Borlase just short. Can screen provided from Thompson, now flipped out inside the arc, and the midi is good.
So Bendigo might have to make an adjustment on the screen. They're icing it at the moment, which is giving the Sydney Flames a clear pop and shot, and they're making it and punishing it at the moment.
Willard, not quite. 10-3 opening, just 3 minutes gone in the contest. Nicholson right in motion. Not quite with the roll. Thompson, back-to-back offensive rebounds.
Killing it on the boards, Loz. That is why they are leading the league in offensive rebounds. Bendigo has some adjustments to make here defensively.
Offensive rebounds is about positioning your body and effort to go after it.
which Thompson's doing beautifully right now.
4 already as a team, and a timeout. Early days for Kennedy Kereama and the Spirit.
Absolutely. Look, Emma's done a great job integrating herself into the group. It's been a bit of a slow burn because she's still been building towards that return to play phase. So she's got the green light to suit up. It's going to be a bit of a slow burn just to manage expectations from everybody's perspective, including ours. We've been really transparent about the process and how we go about that. I would expect her to be playing, you know, a more significant role within the team. Not to say any role is any lesser within our program, but certainly being integrated more into the minutes in game probably as the season progresses.
So a minutes restriction, Laurie, for Emma Clark coming back for Bendigo.
Well, she's been only training, full training for a couple of weeks, but talking to Kennedy Kereama, he just loves her versatility. It adds a bit of forward depth, and as he said, they're loading up strong. But what he did say is that she is incredibly strong. He had to play in her workout some one-on-one against her. He said he did not do well, and neither did the physio after.
Well, she's a really good sized guard, so she does call mismatches. Absolutely really enjoyed watching her play last year. It's a shame that she's had that knee injury, and it's great to see her back.
Sure is. Flames last year, Perthlings previously as well. Emma Clark now with her 3rd WNBL club. What a signing it is. Obviously Griffin kicked out. Now McConnell an opportunity, book it. Nothing but nylon.
Much better offense there and beautiful finish.
First mate from the field for the Spirit. Joe Healy was listening in to Kennedy Kereama. Joe.
I was, guys, and no surprises. He looked at that rebound count and said, guys, box out. I need you to find a body and just be disciplined at that end of the floor. Offensively, he said, we've been successful. We've been pushing in transition, running the floor. Stick with that and really put the Flames under pressure here.
Thanks, Joe. They have been leaky with a rebound. 7 too early, 4 offensive.
Well, it's the offensive ones that kills you. It just gives you a second chance opportunity, and Sydney are really taking advantage of that.
Young and Nicholson, one of those key matchups. As is this inside. Thompson's been hot early. Back heel on that occasion.
I really like that look, though, Loz, offensively. That was really high percentage basketball.
Hand off ball ace. Closed off from Nicholson. Hand in. Spirit basketball on the sideline.
Just watching KG here, she seems to be hitting the floor quite a bit. I think Sydney are very much targeting, trying to be very physical with her, bumping her on every occasion.
Griffin will front and fire and connect.
And that's how you respond.
That's exactly right.
Back to one possession. Now Nicholson on the short roll, right at the nail is Thompson.
That sparks the spot for Thompson there. She's a great mid-range shotter, long 2. You've just got to make sure that you carry a hand and contest that.
Early points.
Yeah, Bendigo haven't changed their defense on the pick and roll there, so good on Flames for punishing it.
Elsie Reese set to check in just a moment. First turnover of the ball game, and Griffin will take a break. Thompson 4 of 6 from the field. Got involved from inside and out so far. Jess McDowell-White, an early entrant as well for the Flames. And a career high 17 points, McDowell-White, a couple of games ago against the Caps. Lost at that time. Pollard has ball ace ahead. So dangerous in this situation. Hoop and harm, Izzy ball ace for one more.
Once again on transition, she's just fun to watch. She's so aggressive. Her eyes literally light up and go, there's transition baskets available here, and I'm taking them.
And those are the sort of turnovers that really hurt a team like Sydney. You can't afford them because Bendigo are so skilled at punishing you at the other end. And we see Izzy Borlace trying to get her and one here.
Well, it is an area Sydney need to work on. They're second highest in the league in turnovers with 16.7 a game. So if they can get those down a bit and reduce those transition baskets, it will help them.
Nicholson, Merong in front. Polo there to assist as well. Had a hand to it. 8 seconds. Thompson again in the post. Chance for double figures early days. And she'll get it.
So patient. That was just really good inside-outside. Way to use the clock right up to the last second.
Outstanding start from Thompson. Running away to the stripe. $15 points per game this season. She is well on her way for that tally.
Yeah, she's already got 8 and 3 rebounds. Really good start.
5-point ball game. Ball ace. Off the off-ball cut. Hangs and finishes. Such composure inside.
That's a great look there, Loz, to get ball A's an easy look, isn't it?
Nicholson will stop and prop and drain it from the baseline.
Well, for the best defensive team in the competition, that was just a little bit too easy from Nicholson.
Flames going above 60% from the field here early days. Agnes Emanopu had a hand to it, jump ball. The referee might have spotted a personal, in fact. Smart play from Nicholson. She's up to 5 here. And a well-earned break for Unique Thompson with 11 points. Shanice Swain enters for the Flames, along with Mick Spadden. Reese has the mismatch, will turn fire and connects.
Nice job there by Reese, very poised, took her time, recognised the mismatch.
Yeah, Sydney do a lot of switching, therefore there are a lot of mismatches that are created, and it's a matter of making sure you utilize them and get the ball inside quickly when there is a mismatch.
Travel call against Swain. Bendigo with some substitutions of their own. Georgia Booth enters. Here is Booth. Swain the assignment defensively, mishandled.
Don't mind the idea. I mean, when you come into the game, it's a bit hard, but she was looking to attack an open baseline there, and unfortunately, it looks like she bounced it off her own leg.
Jess McDowell-White handling point guard. Nice vision, kicked out. Nicholson, a great look from three.
Really good skip pass, good vision out of the corner of her eye. She saw Nicholson, and Nicholson doesn't need a lot of time and space to get that 3 off.
We saw that from Townsville yesterday. They just recognised that the split line's right off, and they just found that weak-sided player.
Reese trying to follow her own miss. Nicholson all over it. Nice touch off Bendigo, the call.
I don't think Bendigo agree, Liam.
I don't think they do either, judging by the look of the bench. What a find from McDowell-White. Nicholson in rhythm, 8 to her name. Both the stars firing for the Flames in the scoring column. 2 leading scorers, Nicholson and Thompson, with 19 combined. She is feeling it, Nicholson. Sydney fans liking what they're seeing early here, Laurie.
Well, and so they should be. This is a highly entertaining, and I like the discipline. Well, not quite there, but the discipline that they're playing with. They're really executing their actions. But what I like, and I mentioned this earlier, they're not just walking to set a screen. They're not walking through cuts. They're actually sprinting and making defense have to defend them.
It's horrible when lines jump out of the floor and trip you up like that. Poor Swain.
Incidental slip for Shanice Swain, and it will stay Sydney basketball. Rolling elbow catch. Griffin in front. Now the pick provided. 8 seconds. McDowell-White the look from beyond the arc. Keely causing some problems down low, and a foul call against Bendigo.
Well, she's been called a block-out, Jill, and I can tell you firsthand with Loz coaching me in the past, she always said, I can handle a foul if you're blocking out hard. And I thought Izzy Boulais did quite a good job on the block-out there. It's an unfortunate call.
Yeah, as a coach, you can handle a foul with an attempted block out.
Swain. The last time these two met was back in round 7. Bendigo defeated Sydney 80-64 at the Key Centre in what was Guy Malloy's final game as coach back in November. Spirit have a 2-0 season lead over the Sydney Flames. Griffin, nice kick out. Gotta go, Griffin. Time will expire. No, got there just before the horn.
Plenty of time. Made that easily, Loz.
Right in time.
Such a good basket, great finish.
Following the take, Griffin.
She's doing it all right now, KG. This will be a big basket.
They've cleaned up the rebounds as well,
Nice
the Spirit.
pass.
Reese. Now McSpadden, these two backup bigs going to work. And McSpadden will be assessed with a foul.
I love to see how Reese's confidence has grown since she's gotten her, more court time with Mariana Tolo stepping out of the lineup. And she's just, it's great to see that she's not taking a backward step at all.
More than halfway through WNBL26 now. Make sure you get online, scan the QR code on screen now for tickets and the full season fixture to get to a game near you. There's going to be some big ones coming up, as well as the race for finals is heating up, and especially that 4th spot. Southside Melbourne currently occupy it. There are plenty of sides still in the running. You see Capitals hot on their heels as well.
KG's trying to make Tolo sub in to take Kelsey Reese. Nice try, KG.
Pollard back in.
Pretty handy team manager, Mariana Tolo.
Yes, yes.
She'd know a thing or two, I'd imagine.
Oh, she certainly would. And you've got to love that you get a bonus point stepping in for someone else's free throw shooting.
That's a 2-point ball game. Froling attacking.
KG having a lot of impact in the game right now.
Well, I like how she's gotten the last 2 rebounds and then being able to punch it out herself.
Absolutely.
Griffin on the block. McDowell wide ahead. Great finds. Booth had to reach for it, though. High-quality opening quarter. Swain, immediate aggression, and the room service for Keely Froling.
It's part of Swain's game that's really improved this year, isn't it, Loz? Just not always, she's obviously a potent scorer, but...
Brilliant dump-off assist. Norris out there for the Flames for her first minutes this evening. Back iron for Swain. Shot clock 2.5 seconds ahead of the game clock. Micah Simpson will set things up. Poked out. McDowell wide, peeled clean in the ends. Plenty of time to work with. Froling down the floor. Not quite on the lay-in. And now Nicholson's there in amongst it.
Again, offensive rebounds. It's really hurting Bendigo right now.
They'll be in the bonus as well, the Flames. 2 free throws to come. 3 or 4 bites at it for Bendigo.
You can just see, as Loz mentioned before, they're just not cleanly getting those blockouts, and it's allowing the Sydney Flames to even just get a hand to it to keep it alive, and they just don't stop. Credit to them.
Well, that's what, Keely would have been disappointed that she missed that, but then Norris was right there, just got her fingertips to it, was able to tap it, and then Nicholson was there to scrap and pick it up. That's effort. That's just all effort.
Nicholson off in the second. Here's another one, Froling. Offensive rebound number 5 in the quarter. And they're let off that time, the Spirit. Out rebounding them, the Flames. They have been terrific. They're in some form over the last 2. Over 90 points per outing in their previous 2 games. The Spirit riding a 10-game win streak. Being challenged here at Kudos Bank.
That I never think about where you've been, my lover.
t-shirts. So all things support, we have a handful of t-shirts that hand out. I've got footy inside, and we're going to be throwing these right up the crowd. So don't take this back off. Feel free to give any criticism, but I'm the most energetic, loud, excited kids in the house. I don't want anyone to hear some noise. So if you want to take a award t-shirt, stand up with me, get loud, make some noise, jump to dance moves, and we will see you what's fun. Right away. He doesn't see what we keep going. He's not listening to me. There you go. Right away. I've got one more. I'm coming. Wouldn't it be fun if I was distracted? Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Right. Thanks so much to the board. That's how we get the call.
Ice, give me that ice, give me that cool, oh, isn't that nice? You lie.
20 points combined for Lauren Nicholson and Unique Thompson. They're out-rebounding the Spirit and a 5-point lead over the ladder leaders here at home for Sydney. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson and Laurie Chiswick with you in commentary for this round 12 encounter. And Joe Healy is courtside and listening into the Flames huddle. Joe.
I was at quarter time, and as you can imagine, it was extremely positive. They're looking noticeably more active in this game. Offensively, their ball movement has been great. They've been active on the boards, really hustling in defense. Renee Garlop just said, keep fighting, girls. Keep hustling. They'll be happy with that one. And she said, don't let the ball get sticky. She would have liked that offensive piece there.
Such a nice offensive play there by the Flames, and a great start to isolate Izzy Boulais on the wing for the Spirit. But I don't think Bendigo would be particularly happy with giving up 25 points at the quarter loss.
No, not when you're the best defensive team. I'm sure that's what Kennedy Kereama was talking about, was their defense.
And he's out of character. Throwing again 2 feet in the keyway. And they have done so well in getting into that area. Back with Boulais. He's been strong once again and getting downhill. Boulais will go back to the free-throw line.
Well, you talk about getting your feet in the paint, and last time when Sydney played Southside had 66 points in the paint. So I'm sure that's something Bendigo looked at and watched and went, that's maybe a way that we can expose the Flames.
That's an enormous amount of points in the paint for a game.
10 already for Izzy. And 4 of 5 from the line. MVP contender this season, crossing from the Lightning. Unfazed from the Sydney fans. And right there, Bendigo, 1 possession ball game. Manopu. Now with 9 to work with. Hit 1 from this spot, can't make it 2. Rebound number 5 already for Kelsey Griffin. Boulais bursting off the handoff. The shimmy and no good that time. Froling looking to attack. And Manopu thought about the triple. Big minutes here for McDowell White off the bench so far. And a second goes for Agnes.
I love that she just missed one. She looked to take the second, decided against it, but did not hesitate on that one loss. She's just shooting with so much confidence. It's great to see.
Becoming a bigger part of the offense, game after game, Laurie. 3 blocks now for Agnes Eminopu.
I'd be going right back at her right now. Set something up, set a play up for her.
Froling with a world of space and makes no mistake.
They are shooting the ball, and we know, we always talk about it, confidence breeds confidence. So you see one of your teammates feeling good about their shot, and then you do. It's a really good, it's a flow-on effect through the team.
Efficient so far from the Flames. 8 points in arrears, Bendigo. Pollard the fall away. Great D again. Who else but Eminopu? Again, set to check in just a moment. Here's this sequence with Unique Thompson. Down low, 2 defenders. And 2 to come at the line.
We see, I like that from Unique Thompson. She set the pick and roll and went to that foul line area. And then that's where she's hit 2 shots. So Kelsey Griffin had to close out longer to that, and she just put it to the ground and took it to the basket. Really smart decision by Thompson.
Yeah, really aggressive. That was a strong move.
Make sure you get online to WNBLstore.com.au and check out this season's full range of club merch. Player jerseys all there. You can customise to your favourite player, favourite club, and rep it at the W this season. WNBLstore.com.au. Thompson with 11 first quarter points adds to that.
Flames just have the 2 really potent scorers right now in Thompson and Nicholson, so Bendigo really need to address and focus on at least shutting one of them down.
First double-digit lead in the ball game. Fine for Griffin, who's short from 3. Can't find the entry pass. Thompson, back with McDowell White. Tried to feed Thompson. That is a well-rated find.
What a pass with 2 players on her.
What a pass, but what an even better catch by Unique Thompson.
36-24, the Flames. A game-high lead, and they force a timeout here. Kudos back. Already 15 points, equaling her season average for Unique Thompson in this game. She has been a force inside Larissa.
She really has, and what a great target. I mean, mentioned that Can felt she couldn't get it into her on that first post. I think they need to be really patient and just make sure they keep getting the ball to her. She's clearly feeling it, Loz, and she's doing some serious damage on the rebounds and the scoreboard right now.
Well, on the flip side of that, Bendigo really need to put a bit more ball pressure on the perimeter so that they are not able to make those passes, those picture-perfect passes into somebody like Unique Thompson.
It'll be interesting, Liam, to see if they adjust their pick-and-roll defense out of this, because, as Loz just mentioned, their pick-and-roll defense right now is not as aggressive on the ball handler, and it's allowing the bigs just too much movement off the ball.
Let's see what adjustments they make out of this timeout with a 12-point lead to the Flames. Unique Thompson is 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the line, and already equaled her season tally of 15 points. 15 points per game. She is having a night out inside the keyway. They might need some adjustments to the pick and roll defense here, I think. Larissa.
Absolutely. We'll see how, I mean, they're on offense right now, but we'll see how they go defensively next possession. Giving up 36 points with 6 minutes to go in the second is nowhere near the standard that they've been for the rest of the season so far.
Ball Ace has got 12. Done so with that smooth style. Attacking downhill. Now the switch. Eminopu the assignment. 3 seconds. Griffin needs to bail them out. In time and rattles out.
See, I really like Nicholson's defense there. She was initially fronted. Griffin got around her, but she caught the ball out of the key area. So she did a great job, Nicholson, in taking her out of where she wanted the ball.
Joe Healy was listening to the coaches in the huddles. Joe.
I was listening to Renee Garland with the Flames. She said, guys, it's all happening at the defensive end. Keep cracking down on defense, but also keep working hard as well. She wants more rotation and just that extra effort from her girls. And just one on Agnes Eminoku. I spoke to her a few weeks ago, and she said a big part of her improvement this season has been her confidence, backing herself, but also having the backing of her teammates and the belief that's being instilled by her coaches. So she's in a really great system, and as she goes to the bucket there, it's great to see.
And she's been a constant improver. Here she is again. Unlucky not to get the 3 to go. And Unique Thompson having a field day inside. She'll go to the line for 2 more.
So when it comes to blocking out and rebounding, as the ball is leaving the shooter's fingertips, you just have to go hunt a body. You can see there, nobody got on Thompson and found her, maybe pushed her under the basket. And that's just, they are dominating the O boards.
On the flip side, you can see that the moment the shot was released, Sydney players are just getting that position in the key, which makes it really hard to guard or to find them.
Out rebounding them 21-13, 7 offensive for the Flames, and Unique Thompson extends the deficit. $18 for Unique. Here's ball ace. They need an answer, Bendigo. It's been some time since they've seen this sort of challenge. Ball ace, what a take.
Oh, that lovely finish.
It was, because Michaela Kahn came right across, was really great split line help straight up, but Borlace was just even better.
Nicholson fighting by, off the body of Werra.
What you can do, I can do better, or as well.
Pretty finish. Nicholson into double figures. Borlace has been a steady flow of offense for Bendigo. And someone joined her, Griffin. Not that time, but it falls in the lap of Kelsey Reese.
Lovely pass by Kelsey Griffin there to Kelsey Reese. We'll make that an assist.
30 plays, 42. Home side taking it right up to them. Now Nicholson for 3, and the bench is up. And the Flames with a 15-point cushion.
What a half by the Flames so far, Loz.
Well, you know, you can come into a game and Sydney have nothing to lose. Nobody expected to win this game. Bendigo, probably the pressure's more on them, and they've got this massive win streak. So Sydney are just playing really smart, free basketball.
Pump fake, ball ace, draws contact. Just the second personal on Eminoku. You mentioned, Laurie, 66 points per game the Spirit allow this season. Sydney have already put 45 on the board with plenty of time remaining in the first half. Timeout, 3:20 on the clock. A lot to talk about for Coach Kennedy Kereama. %52% from the field for the Flames, 37 for the Bendigo Spirit. Injuries this season, Laurie, it's really been something that has shaped the fortunes of many throughout.
Well, you certainly know that when it comes to a championship or even making that top 4, that you have to be playing well, you have to have a little bit of luck, and you have to be relatively injury-free. And unfortunately, we've seen some big season-ending injuries this year, and it's really unfortunate, but that's where your depth is tested, your character of your team is tested, and it's really an important facet.
Yeah, it certainly is. The Spirit still without Casey Samuels, expected back in February.
Well, I have been so impressed with Bendigo, with Casey Samuels out, Mariana Tolo, being pregnant and stepping out of the lineup, just how they've been able to still maintain this high level of play, this level of consistency, 10-game winning streak. Some young players have come in and played massive roles, and that's very impressive.
I agree. And you just wait for them to slow down, and they haven't yet. And I think certainly not making any excuse for them, but so far they look a little lethargic, a little tired compared to what they normally are. I don't know if their big win on New Year's Eve Ismaya and the travel, I don't know, but you can see Perth looked a little bit lethargic yesterday as well, just not quite their normal selves.
I mean, I think that's the challenge of coaches and teams when you know, there's a gap. Those three teams know they've made the finals, and now it's a matter of positioning just to keep your team up and at it and improving and finding ways to, you know, get better every single time you step on the court. That's the challenge.
It just shows on any given day these teams can challenge anyone. We saw it with the Caps depleted, getting it done over Perth, and Werrong finds her way to the iron for 2.
Really nice.
Parted.
Yeah,
left
hand finish by Werrong.
Back-to-back baskets for Bendigo. Keely Froling for 3. Over the top, Thompson drawing a lot of attention. And the foul call against Ball Ace and Bendigo.
She had 2 blocking her out then too, and she still got the call.
That'll be number 3 on Izzy, if so. She'll have to sit. That's a big blow for Bendigo.
It's a big call, yep.
Nicholson, now an opportunity to extend this advantage.
Good strong board by Reese there.
McConnell generally in the offense.
Bendigo have their 2 main scorers out right now, so let's see how they go.
Griffin on the pine as well. Strong on the 3. Reek's able to track it down. This is a great look for Meg McConnell this time. And let off.
Meg McConnell's been relatively quiet so far this game with only the 3 points.
Back down with Nicholson. Pocket pass, feeding Froling. Great defense, all clean.
Ooh, I'd like to see the replay there.
Pollard and Kelsey Reese both there.
Felt like that almost came off Froling's hand at the end.
Here's Swain pulling the trigger from the corner. Rebound favoured McSpadden. Offensive rebound number 10. Kicked out, feet set, great look, you bet.
Such high IQ from Laws Nicholson, getting her feet in the paint, drawing all the defenders and setting it back out to her teammate and ready to shoot it.
Pollard wants to back down Nicholson. Flipped up, nearly got the roll. Kelsey Reese, long way onto the backboard and more 3 throws to come.
Nice little one-handed move there by Pollard.
Bendigo
came off as well.
Bendigo are doing a good job of recognizing the switches and the mismatches, getting the ball inside. It's just their bigs haven't quite been able to finish as consistently as they would hope.
No, they haven't. They have converted from this spot, 91% from the line, 10 of 11.
Let's see if you've jinxed her. No.
Let off that time. It's always a risk, Larissa.
You can hear a pin drop in there right now. Normally they make a lot of noise. They've gone, oh, there we go.
Now they pick it up big time. No mistake.
Like it. Kelsey takes her time, takes a big breath, uses the time that she's got there.
Miscue, Nicholson couldn't get there. So just the 3rd turnover of the half for the Sydney Flames.
Well, both teams have done a great job of taking care of the ball. 3 turnovers each. It's been a high-quality game in terms of possession and taking care of the basketball.
Sure has. Renee Garlick would be really pleased. McConnell battles by 2. Kick out. Great look. And Werrong. Well, it's her bread and butter. Not that time, though.
I believe they shot, was it Loz, 54% from the 3 against Townsville on New Year's Eve.
It's Nicholson up to 17 and another tray ball.
Bendigo just not quite hitting it from the 3 at the moment, as opposed to Sydney, who are absolutely very impressively getting it done.
Yes, you're right, Larissa. 3-point shot was 54% on New Year's Eve for Bendigo.
Not quite there tonight, is it, so far?
Can Pollard change that? Yes, she can.
They needed that one.
It's their 4th make of the half from distance. Shot clock unplugged here to end the second quarter. 12-point lead. Swain wants to add to it. The fall away, Jay. Last touch, Demanopu. In fact, no, it'll be Flames basketball.
They're just doing such a good job at keeping it alive and giving themselves extra effort, not realising they've got 1.3 seconds to score here.
I think they had a timeout remaining, and they'll opt to use it. Try and draw something up.
Oh, I love that Renee Garlip called that timeout and to see what she can get and draw it up and more importantly, see if the players can execute. Whether you score or not, yes, that's a bonus, but can they execute what she draws up?
51 points so far.
Wow.
That's a huge tally for this Flame squad that really their offense was struggling in the first part of the season. It's come alive in the last two, 91 and 94 points respectively. And they are continuing that this evening. Such a tough start to life under Renee Garlip. 3 of their first 4 games against the Townsville Fire, who were flying. But they have clearly shown a solid string of improvement.
Well, the third time they played Townsville, they only went down by 5. So they must have been like that shows some really good adjustment from your first 2 losses, and they've just gone on with it from there. It's not like 39 points is bad for Bendigo either, Loz. It's just for the best defensive team in the league, giving up 51 points, potentially more. Let's see how this play goes.
A lot of it's been this Sydney energy and hustle on the boards.
Oh, foul's been called. Is that...
Ball hold, yeah. They had one to give.
So they gave it.
Same play, Nicholson spins by. Oh! Wasn't in time, it was some move. Lauren Nicholson.
Did they count it?
On the lazy Susan through 3 defenders.
Wow, what a move. Let's have another look at this. 1, 2, 3, and spinning in.
That was pretty.
It's the longest 1.3 seconds.
Oh. Gee, it's close. The board lights up as it leaves her hand. I'm not sure, does it?
Yeah.
It's gone up here in stadium, so 53-39. What a move from Lauren Nicholson, who is on fire. 19 points at the half, Joe Healy.
She is one of the stars of the first half for the Flames, Loz. That wasn't too bad. You guys came out with some serious intent just now. What is most pleasing about the way you're going about it?
We were really disappointed after the last game, so we wanted to respond today, and I think that first half really shows that. Now it's about putting 40 minutes together.
Exactly right. So what is the key in this second half to make sure you maintain this?
I think we're making it really hard for them at the defensive end, and obviously we've had a few players score in double figures already, which really helps.
Love it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All smiles for Lauren Nicholson and the Flames. It's Nicholson and Thompson with 19 points apiece to lead the way in the scoring column. And Sydney are flying at home. 14 points the lead over the Spirit, 53-39. And Bendigo with that 10-game win streak, they have got a lot of work to do as we head to the sheds at halftime at Kudos Bank.
Once they make that layup, they are running into it. And now Isabel is going to take the ring road. Long yell. I'm going to make you take a 3-pointer from this beautiful Amy red sign here. Okay, how are you feeling? Nervous? Confident. Wait, good. Right, so playing stands, I need everyone to help me count these guys in. So on 3, we need Isabel here. Isabel here. Right, go. I'll be good. We're ready to go. Okay, let's try again. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, nice.
Quick release pass, Pollard down low from close range, adds to the tally.
There was a lot of things that drew me to Bendigo. I think Kennedy is an incredible coach. Last year, yeah, they had an amazing season, really strong team. And then I think for me, coming into a team with really good leaders, Kelsey Griffin playing a similar position to me, being able to come in my first year in the WNBL and just learn as much as I can off her is something I think that's really special. And being able to just watch her, play with her, play against her, play with her, it's really exciting.
Inside, Pollard tosses it against the backboard.
College was such an amazing experience for me. Finding Santa Clara, I transferred my sophomore year, but finding Santa Clara really was that perfect fit for me. I got the support I needed, and I think both on and off the court, it has allowed me to grow as a human being so much. I mean, if we look from my sophomore year through my senior year, on and off the basketball court, but if we're talking basketball, I've grown so much. I like to shoot the ball, and I didn't like to have as much contact. I kind of had my comfort zone, and I think Santa Clara has really pushed me out of that comfort zone and has allowed me to add multiple aspects to my game.
Pollard lines another one up. Why not when you're shooting it like she is?
The WNBL is such a great league, and it's continuing to grow. And I mean, I've watched it since I was a little girl, and I know it's always been such a great league, and I think now it's getting a lot of recognition. I think for me, the physicality of the WNBL is something that's going to really push me, and push me in the best possible way.
Bendigo find Pollard wide open.
Liv Pollard, one of the new Bendigo Spirit members this season, into the starting five once again today. She has been terrific, but her Spirit, they've got some work to do here. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson and Laurie Chiswick with you here at half-time. It's a 12, well, in fact, 14-point ball game after that Lauren Nicholson buzzer beater right at the end. She's got 19 points. Larissa, the Flames have well and truly brought it up to Bendigo.
What a great game. 53 points at the half is not going to get it done, but for us it's really exciting to watch, and that buzzer beater, I'd love to see a replay, but I love that it was counted. It was such a nice move. They're playing so well.
Out rebounding the Bendigo Spirit. That's one of the keys as we have a look at the Hungry Jacks half-time highlights. Laurie, 27-19, and offensively as well, they're causing problems with second chance points.
Well, it's 11 offensive rebounds that have really done the damage, and they have been relentless on the boards, giving themselves those opportunities, whether it's just a finger, a tap out. But Unique Thompson, she also has 19 points along with Nicholson. And she's just nailing that jump shot from the foul line extended. And then when somebody closes out to her, she's driving it in hard. But Lauren Nicholson, to me, is leading the way by example, shooting the threes, being really patient. But overall, Sydney have just been so impressive in the first half.
Sure have, and they've done it in multiple ways. The effort plays, the likes of Agnes Eminopu, who's got involved offensively as well. They've looked after the basketball. 48% from the field, a lot to like for Renee Garlop and the home side, Larissa.
Oh, I'm liking everything about them. I love the energy from the bench, the energy on the floor, as Loz just mentioned, 11 offensive rebounds. Anytime you're heading for 20-plus offensive rebounds, you're not going to do a very good job. But you can see the stats there. Izzy Boulay is the only one getting it done for Bendigo at the moment with 16 points, and unfortunately, she's also in foul trouble. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage that in the third quarter. Yeah, Will, two of the league leaders going great guns here, thanks to Blackmore's in the head-to-head. But you're right, the 3 personal fouls, Larissa, for Izzy Boulay had to sit for those final 3 minutes of the half. That's going to be an issue. Do you think she enters straight away in the third, Laurie, or do we see a bit more of a break from Kereama for Boulay?
No, I think she would come back straight away into the game because, especially given that the scoreline, what it is right now, they need her scoring punch. But if I was Sydney, I'd be attacking her at every opportunity and trying getting her on an early fourth foul. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think she'll start the next half. Unique Thompson has been outstanding for the Flames with 19 points as well. Equal leading scorer along with Lauren Nicholson. She's got the job done once again with the offensive rebound. She's one of the best in the WNBL at this. I agree, and look, to have her and Eminopu on the same team, both leading, that's the biggest reason that they're the league leaders in the offensive rebounds. But you can just see the position, how strong she is, that nice little nudge in with her shoulder. She just gets herself that space that she needs to get it done. Because she's not particularly tall. She's an undersized 5 or 4, but she just, as you said, positions her body so well and is just really strong. Yeah, look how strong she is, and she uses it. She's using it beautifully. Been able to get 2 feet in the keyway time and time again. Jess McDowell-White, one of her 5 assists there. That was beautifully weighted. And Thompson able to connect from the mid-range as well, as we have a look at her forward shot chart and how she has chalked up these 19 points and 7 of 9 from the field. It is pretty viewing for Flames fans. You'd be happy with that any day, shooting 7 from 9 from the field. And it's not, I mean, a lot of it has been layups off offensive rebounds, but as Loz mentioned a few moments ago, they're really punishing Bendigo's pick and roll defence. So I think probably a lot of discussions going on about what they're going to do defensively, blocking out, what they're doing on the pick and roll, because credit to Sydney, they're punishing it. And they need to have more active hands on the perimeter, Bendigo, just to stem the flow of those easy passes inside so that it makes it really difficult and you can give your defenders a chance to get in front or whatever the strategy is. Yeah, well, there's 14 points in arrears now. What changes will we see in the third quarter? We will find out very shortly here. Could it be 11 straight for the Spirit? At the moment, they are having it taken it right up to them by the Flames here at Kudos Bank Arena. It's going to be a great one. Don't go anywhere. Third quarter underway just after this.
Everybody know about it. Everybody hard on it. Climbing up the whole mountain. Anything you want.
Thanks for joining us here today. Good to have you back, and we want you at our next game. Key Center on January 10th against the Caps. Don't miss it. Let's get after it then. Over at Key Center. All right, everybody, we want you to be part of the Flames family if you're not already. One of our wonderful members would like you to be another member as well. Why not be a part of it? You get access to the games, invites to member events, discounts on merch, and you become part of the family. Be a member today. It's only $39. And this is special, everybody. Mark your calendars. Our Pink Hoops doubleheader is coming up soon. It's on the 25th of January. And we're going to take on the ladies who will include Chinese superstar Han Chu. It's followed by the Kings taking on the 36ers. Time for a little redemption on that one. This year, $2 from every ticket will be donated to the Rock Foundation. So we want as many people as possible to get there. Big moves, doubleheader. Here at Kudos Bank Arena Sunday, 25th of January.
Welcome back. It's the Flames by 14 points at halftime. It is mental health round in the WNBL. I'm here with Joy Adan from Gotcha for Life. Joy, so great to have you here at the basketball. Can you tell us a bit about Gotcha for Life and what you guys do?
So at the heart of Gotcha for Life is a vision to end the world of suicide and to make sure that no one worries alone. And we do this by going into different schools and community groups and creating different programs where people can learn about emotional resilience, the importance of asking for help, and the importance of making sure you look after your village. And so all of this is to make sure that people have the skills and the strength to look out for their mental fitness and their mental health.
It's an amazing initiative. How great is it for you guys to be involved in women's basketball?
Oh, I love sport because sport is the ultimate breeding ground for building your mental fitness. Most people understand that physical fitness is not something that you can go into a gym and suddenly you're fit. And so it's the same with our mental fitness. We've got to proactively work on it. And when you're on a team and you're on the court, you're looking out for your teammates. You know when they're having a bad day. You step up for them when they're having a bad day. And so when you're in sport, you understand that culture of looking out for each other, but also the importance of looking after yourself so that you can show up for your team. And it's the same with mental fitness. You need to proactively look after your own mind, your own strength, your own resilience, and then also be looking out for the people around you.
Very quickly, how can people at home get involved who are watching?
Oh, I'd say that if you take anything out of this today and the mental health round, it's that your mental fitness is not just a one-stop shop. So start doing something today, anything today. And it could just be reaching out to a friend. And when you ask them, how are you? You could just be asking them, no, but how are you really? And then giving them space to be honest. And the second thing would be, you can do whatever you can to build that mental skill, that mental support. So we have a mental fitness gym. It's an app that you can download. It's completely for free. It's got tools, videos, resources where people can build their mental fitness. And it's like having a personal trainer in your pocket, but for your mind. So people can do that every day.
We love what you guys are doing in Gotcha for Life. We better get the girls back to it, but thanks so much.
Thank you.
And round 12, Hoops capital, the Sydney Flames and the Kings have partnered with Talk to Me Bro and Gotcha for Life, who we heard from Joy Hayden there to raise awareness for mental health here for Sydney's doubleheader tonight. Agnes Zemenopu immediately to start off the third quarter in style.
What a start, what a take, great finish. They're just picking up where they left off.
Aren't they?
And that'll be the challenge for them, as Loz Nicholson said in her exit interview at halftime. Can they do it now for another 20 minutes?
You hear that from a lot of teams, that they're all aiming to play that 40 minutes, so particularly the teams aiming for that fourth spot, or a Sydney that are just trying to get better. They just want that consistency.
Ball ace deflected off the Flames. 55-39, the seventh place Sydney. Leading the ladder, leading Bendigo.
Well, what an upset this would be caused today if Sydney get up and break the streak of Bendigo. And we saw another upset just the other night, so anything can happen.
Absolutely.
I'm loving the attention that the Flames are giving Ball A's. Both possessions there, you've seen they've double-teamed her straight away.
She does indeed start the third quarter with the 3 personal fouls, Ball Ace. Cam back over to Agnes Zemenopu, who's hit 2 threes. Rolling, attacking on the right. Unique Thompson again rattles out. What was yet another offensive rebound.
Yeah, the Bendigo Spirit lucky on that one. That was a bit of a gimme for Thompson there.
Well, 11 offensive rebounds to halftime. That is something that you would think that Bendigo would have talked about at halftime. Get the body, get the block out.
Do you think in the Flames change room they would have said, don't let them block you out, keep getting after it?
It's been their strength. Ball ace flipped out. McDowell White got a hand to it. And Bendigo can let it slide out of bounds to regain possession.
How good would that have been if Can could have actually found a teammate on a fast break with a falling out of bounds behind the back pass?
It would have been a highlight. Pollard, solid screen provided. McConnell now penetrating. They've got them in rotation. Ball ace for three.
Really good extra pass by Warung. She could have shot it, but Borlase was that little bit wider open in the corner. And nice assist.
She was wide open.
3 players tied on 19 points apiece. Borlase, one of them, and Agnes Eminopu.
What a response. What a great response. She's not even looking like Missy right now. She's shooting with so much confidence.
13 up to 13 points. Okay,
we're here for it.
All right.
Great shooting, both teams.
Threes are falling here. Trading baskets. 13-point differential. Campbell back up. Now with 5 seconds, McDowell White's got to make her move. She'll step into it.
Bendigo could not have done a whole lot more defensively there.
So I believe that's 4 threes in a row that we've seen, 2 from each team.
Interesting that Nicholson's on the bench at the moment.
Can't make it 5. And that was a strong rebound from Thompson.
Interesting that Laura Nicholson's starting on the bench here. Hopefully she's okay.
That is indeed very interesting. It was all smiles at the end of the first half. We'll keep an eye on that one with Joe Healy. Here's McDowell White. Not quite for back-to-back dribbles. Long throw-ahead pass, ball ace. Able to corral.
Both teams have done a good job in defensive transition. There have been very few, if any, fast break or transition baskets.
Oh, that's a lovely take and a really tough finish.
Over the outstretched arm of Agnes Eminopu. So gritty from Meg McConnell on the Amy replay.
She just saw that little opening on the baseline there. Really good rip and go. Just saw that the change of position of Can's feet. Really smart attack there.
Well, and the other thing, she got her body into Can, so Can had no choice to, she wasn't able to block her. The only thing she could really do is foul her.
McConnell converts on the continuation.
Not a whole lot of defense going on yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. Really high percentage start so far.
It sure has been. Down White kicked out, controlling his Eminopu. 5 seconds. Can't blow by Werrang.
It's just about double dribble. That was double dribble. Yep. Good call, ref.
All over it.
You just feel that Bendigo is starting to exert a little bit more pressure defensively. Oh. Well, there you go. I take that back right there. Oh, sorry, Bendigo. Yeah, no. Sydney had no split line help. That was very easy.
Brings it back to 11 points, the margin. Bendigo have not led in this ball game. Great fight inside. Unique Thompson plus the foul.
The passes are so good into Thompson. The angles, the weight, the height, and look at the work she does.
She does a beautiful job of getting her position, doesn't she, Loz? And she holds it, so she doesn't release the position under the basket until she's got the ball. She's having a great game, Thompson.
22 points already.
Indeed. Agnes Eminopu, hand to it. And off the leg of ball ace. Reese will replace Kelsey Griffin.
Seems to be the pretty standard sub. She comes out at about that 5:50 mark, and then she'll come back in a couple of minutes. Interesting, Lauren Nicholson still not in.
Yeah, absolutely. That is very interesting. Nice find. Keely Froling alone.
Because you know when you've got 19 points at the half, Loz, you're on fire. You're not sitting.
Well, she's not in foul trouble either.
Yeah, not sighted over there on the bench. McConnell. Now Polo. Needs some meaningful movement. It's over to Ball Ace once more. They double her. Out of her hands. Pollard will turn. That is great team defense. McConnell was lurking. Now backed out with Swain. Tried to slice through, lost it. Just the 4 turnovers combined prior to that for both sides as Meg McConnell will check one up.
Just a little brain fade there by Sydney, leaving the ball handler, who is the most potent and great shooter.
Dow White has been in the thick of everything in this one. 5 assists in the ball game. Turnaround chance for you there, Thompson.
That's her spot. Mark a big X there.
She's got a few spots tonight. Yeah, that one in particular.
Yeah, she's an excellent mid-range shooter. Now the switch. Ball Ace and Emanopu.
Listen to that talk by the Flames and the Flames bench.
Relentless, isn't it? Ball Ace will hung and finish off the window.
Tough finish. That was pretty good D by the Flames, but unfortunately at the end, Loz, they just allowed that middle penetration.
Great patience.
She just reached in, and Borley so poised on that drive and such control of her body and the speed. Very Courtney Woods-ish. Woods-ish.
So you can see Loz Nicholson is on the bench. Doesn't look like she's nursing anything, but
Joe can maybe find out for us if she's injured or if there's anything specifically why she isn't playing.
Yeah, well spotted, Larissa. So all smiles, Nicholson there. The team still 10 points in the lead. 66-56. We saw a big upset yesterday. Could it be another?
Ooh, they just look a little bit crowded there. Their spacing isn't great.
This will hurt.
Deep 3 ball, Shanice Swain.
You could see it coming. Oh my goodness.
If anybody was going to get them out of that predicament, it was Shanice Swain.
She's got deep range. Shanice is well on, just off. 33% from beyond the arc, Bendigo.
Why not?
She was feeling it. 9 threes, 41% for the Flames. Here's McConnell. Strong side opened up. She'll reject the screen. Feels contact, McConnell. That was smart, but she will have to earn them.
They really do need, Loz mentioned before, the McConnell's been very quiet. It's good to see her a bit more aggressive. Even there you can see defensively she's a lot more active. Laurie called them out for lack of ball lack of ball pressure, and you can see McConnell's really stepped up so far this third quarter.
Well, McConnell averages 12.5 points per game, but what I also like about her, especially with her size, is she averages over 6 rebounds a game.
Yep.
So that's really impressive for somebody in her position.
And you need that. Bendigo are not a big team, so they really do need to share the rebounding, which they do.
Swain providing offense here off the bench. And McSpadden's drawn the foul. Just the second team foul of the quarter.
Sorry, Liam. I always like when McSpadden comes on the court. I think she plays her role really well. She doesn't try and do too much. She sets really good screens. She rolls hard. She's a target. She rebounds. And it's always good. The numbers are good when she's on the court.
I agree, Loz. And she just brings a really good vibe. Like, she works hard. She gets behind her teammates. She loves a good fist pump, high five.
Reliable force For the Flames, Lauren McSpadden, two-time champion, once with Sydney, once with Townsville in 2023 as well. In around the traps. That was a long rebound. Whistle came first as McConnell hit the deck.
Oh, and a bench warning.
Still out rebounding them, 33-23 the Flames.
Oh, I need to see that again. I'm not quite sure where the foul on Bendigo is there. Clearly I missed it because the ref is always right. We know this. We discussed this yesterday.
Yes, well said.
There's three of them. They saw something we did not.
And let's head down to Joe Healy, courtside.
Yeah, just an update on Lauren Nicholson. Obviously, we haven't seen her this quarter. I just spoke to the Flames. They said that they'd like to keep it in-house. So unable to give you guys a proper update, but it does seem like there is something up. Obviously, we haven't seen her, and I'm not sure if we're going to see her for the rest of the game.
There you have it. Thanks, Joe. And that is big news. Well and truly keeps the door ajar for Bendigo. McConnell lost it. Sydney basketball.
I'm just liking that this challenge is being thrown at Bendigo. There's a long way to go. It's only, what is it? It's 11 points. It's not a lot for a team like Bendigo, but Sydney, and particularly without Lauren Nicholson, this will be really interesting to see how they go.
Means a big job for the likes of Jess McDowell-White and Carla Pittman, who's checked in for the first time this evening. They've been missing Olivia Apupa for a number of weeks now, the Flames. Due to concussion, Borlase down the boulevard and a follow with one hand.
That was lovely. And got herself an extra offensive rebound.
Made it all look easy. It was far from it as Swain explodes to the cup.
I like the fact that Sydney aren't panicking because Nicholson's not on the court. They're still moving the ball well, player ball movement. It's just, can you stop? Izzy Borlase, drive to the basket, pull up, then followed up by a three-point shot.
27 now on the night for Borlase. Pittman lost it, now Borlase with the open highway, one defender in front. Swain over the top, and Booth will clean it up for two.
That's what Booth can do for you. She is, I can tell you firsthand, a very strong guard. And she gets after the boards. It's exactly what you need to do when you're coming off the bench.
40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Not far away, Agnes Eminopu corrals the rebounds. Here's McSpadden. McConnell came across. That was well timed.
Great defense by Bendigo. They're starting to pick up that area of the game.
Back to a 6-point differential.
I was just about to say, I don't think it'll be far before Thompson's back out there for the Flames.
27-18 is three-quarter time scoring. Borlase has to go, 2 seconds. Escape dribble. There's 2.5 remaining on the game clock. Good D from the Flames. Force the shot clock horn to expire.
Bendigo, a great little purple patch there, brought it back to 6. With potentially, after this little discussion, 2.5 seconds to get a shot off.
And as we saw in last night's game with Potch,
it all counts.
We know that you can do a lot in 2.5 seconds.
This is why teams practice the half-court shot.
Yeah, that was phenomenal to watch that end of game and that shot by Nadia Potch.
Just pandemonium at AIS Arena, wasn't it? What great
It was
scenes.
pandemonium in here. We all went off. 3,500 turned up for the UC Caps. I think that deserves another shout out. I mean, the signs, the support, apparently a lot of first timers there. Such a great game for them to see.
Now a fantastic fan base, the Capitals. Well, haven't we got a ball game coming up here? 6 points the differential. Bendigo outscore them by 9 in the period. No Lauren Nicholson, it seems, for the remainder of this one. Can the Flames hold on, or will Bendigo make it 11 straight in WNBL 26? We'll find out just after this as the fourth quarter moments away.
When I let go.
right to my left hand here, all thanks to Arnold so I need to see you guys dancing, but I need to see a pose, and that pose has to be held, so let's strike your best pose, and see how long you can hold it for, and this $1,500 camera could be yours, all thanks to Arnold and Hannah. Right, so we're going to head up to the screen, we're going to take a look at who's got their best pose, and just striking it. Right, so the crowd, it's great, but it's a little boring here. Let's fight together. Let's go. Joe Bendigo, get on your feet, and hold this pose still. You have to hold it still. No moving. Hold it still. Don't move, don't move. It's worth it to hold the longest. Who wants this camera? Yes. Stay. You are. Congratulations. If we win a fight with the $1,500 can it was
Minutes of action remaining here at Kudos Bank Arena. We've had a fantastic outing so far. The Flames 47% from the field. They've hit on 9 triples and they lead this one 71-65 as we turn for home. 10 minutes remaining. Izzy Ball-Ace has been unbelievable. 27 to her name. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson and Laurie Chiswick to bring you home at this one in the Harbour City. And Joe Healy was courtside listening in to both coaches. Joe.
I was listening to Bendigo at three-quarter time. The players really taking charge and being vocal. Kelsey Griffin talking them through their defense. Also some of their offense. And Mariana Tolo encouraging from her position as team manager as well, to saying, guys, we're chipping away at it. There's plenty of time to wear them down here.
And that will help getting your 4th foul on Ball-Ace.
That certainly will. Went into halftime with 3 and she will take a seat.
Yeah, that hurts. But credit to Agnes, again, working so hard tirelessly on those offensive rebounds. I was just about to say, Bendigo finally only kept them to 3 offensive rebounds that 3rd quarter. That's not the way they wanted to start the 4th.
No, it's not. Thompson had an extended break at the end of the 3rd quarter. Banks it in from the mid-range.
Well, Liam, you asked the question at the start of the second half, should Elise Ball-Ace come on and play or should she sit? Well, she scored 11 points, so there's your answer. But coming up with that 4th one, it'll be interesting to see how long she sits in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, it certainly will. You'd have to think it can't be too long. He's approaching a career high in scoring as well, Izzy Ball-Ace. 31 is her highest total, 27 here. Here's Kelsey Reese.
Oh, really
lovely finish.
Such good footwork, such poise, patience, didn't rush, got her head around early, knew exactly where the target was.
Sorry, Dad, that's a mum move right there.
A great basketball family, Kelsey Reese. Mother and father played in the NBL and WNBL. Speaking of great basketball families, here's Froling.
Great take there by
Lane
Froling.
opened up.
They're attacking that baseline really beautifully.
Well, I think they're reading what the defense has given them really well, Sydney.
Simpson have not led in this ball game, Bendigo. On the comeback trail. Can step into a 3.
Can did a great job there of digging down instead of committing when Griffin had the ball. And then she was able to at least get out and put a hand up on that open shooter.
Manopu, after a career-high 15 last outing, has 13 here tonight. Thompson, step through. That was a strong and tough take.
They've got to just keep going back to her. They're missing Nicholson, their leading scorer. Thompson is having a night out. Keep going to her.
Well, she has the foot speed on Kelsey Rees, and Kelsey Rees, if we can see this on the Amy replay, has to close out long because we know how potent she's been from that area, that foul line extended. And so then she was able to just go by her, puts the ball to the floor strongly.
You can see Rees has to get up and in because, as you pointed out a few times, she's just not missing from that spot.
2 more for Thompson on the Amy replay.
We have a hungry crowd. Let's see how we go.
Well, I was going to say both teams should go to the foul line because they were at three-quarter time. Bendigo were shooting 94% and Sydney 89%.
That number's dropped now because it's Burgers here. Hungry Jacks. We're all in New South Wales. Code on screen. W stolen. Courtesy of Meg McConnell.
That second free throw, Loz, looked really rushed by McConnell. It's like someone said you're on a shot clock. It was totally out of rhythm. But the crowd will be happy because they get burgers.
Can say that again. Emma Nopu takes a seat. Another fantastic evening she's putting together. Here's Can off the handoff. Swain just left on the 3. Ball ace only sits for 2 minutes. Unsurprisingly, as Unique Thompson picks up the foul.
I always have a chuckle at those. They always still argue that whether it's a foul, but when a player goes down like that, it's always going to get called. Kelsey has hit the floor a lot tonight.
Second personal for Unique Thompson.
This would be a good test for ball A's. He's having Loz having to play with 4 when she's such a physical player herself, but they need her.
They sure do. McConnell short on the baseline floater. Thompson on the attack. That's a walk. Referee right onto it.
Referee Kelsey Griffin right onto that one too.
A 10-point ball game. Sydney protecting this lead. 77-67, first time out of the fourth quarter. Flames have been able to extend their lead by 4 so far here in the fourth, without Lauren Nicholson, who had 19 all in the first half, including a brilliant buzzer beater at the end of the second. She has to sit for undisclosed reasons. The Flames keeping it in-house is the word, thanks to Joe Healy courtside. But they have been continuing to get it done with Unique Thompson, the constant source of offense, Larissa, with 28.
Having an absolutely amazing game, but I really love that Agnes Emma Nopu has also stepped up now with 13 and 5. She's having a great game up both ends, getting it done defensively. I really like the job she's doing on Kelsey Griffin when she gets a chance. She's able to play, just as you've mentioned, Loz, they switch a lot. So it's allowing a player like that to really get up and in on players and use her athleticism. But Thompson having a fantastic game.
Ten-point lead, the Flames. 6:50 remaining on the game clock. They'll return with the same 5. Bendigo still fighting here. Ball ace with 4 personals, who has been terrific offensively tonight. Let's see if she can continue it. Eddie Werron backed over to ball ace. Foul call down low as Pollard and Can get tangled up. Team foul number 3 against Sydney.
I don't dislike that foul though. I mean, for the first time, I know Timsy's called it out. I mentioned it again yesterday, how many teams are standing behind the post defensively and just allowing those easy passes. I love how hard Can was working there to stop that pass.
Finding it into the hands of ball ace. Tight handle. Able to find her way inside. That was a pro move from Izzy Ball ace.
Just strong,
well,
really strong.
Izzy Borlase now leads all scorers with 29 points.
Approaching that career high. Joe Healy was in the Flames huddle.
I I was. The Flames are locked in and feeling a win here. 6 minutes to go. Renee Garlett just said, stay locked in. Defensively, she'll be happy with that offensive set as well. She said, guys, move the ball. No home runs. We've got time. Let's play to the clock.
They've got that look of confidence about them. Thanks, Joe. Big three from Keely Froling. Can Borlase return fire?
But what a lovely penetration kick by Swain. Just becoming a little bit more of a creator.
It's team assist number 24 of the night for Sydney. So just 8 turnovers. Such has been their efficiency in ball movement. Swain's been unlucky on a few occasions. Picked off nicely from McDowell White. A lot of noise coming from the Flames bench.
Great job there.
Yeah, I'd be giving her the ball every single time.
Absolutely.
It was a nice steal, a nice anticipation on that pass.
Just plucked it out of the air, didn't she? And Thompson showing straight, what a good rim run.
It's 20% off all tickets at Hoops Fest, exclusively here on broadcast. If you scan the QR code now on screen, 15th to the 18th of January in Perth at RAC Arena. One beat, one city, all ball. That's right, the WNBL and NBL under the one roof. It's going to be a great celebration of the sport in this country. And it's going to be at the pointy end of the season as well for the WNBL. There's going to be some important games to shape that Final Four.
That's what we love to see. We want to see a fight for those finals. Finals means everything. It's why you're in there.
And if the Flames can pull this off, all of a sudden, then they put themselves back into the conversation for fourth as Shanice Swain, late help and gets the block. Big time defensive play.
Oh, nothing lifts a team more than a massive block loss.
And right in front of your bench as well. You can just see them rise as one.
Tracked down on the closeout. They are fired up with good reason.
Only 3 seconds on the clock here for the Spirit. They need to try and get a good look here.
Well, this is such a good test for the Spirit, as you mentioned, Larissa, being under the pump with just under, as Damon Lowry would say, it's crunch time now, under 5 minutes to go, and being down like this.
The Spirit just look really rattled at the moment. I mean, Sydney, credit to them, both ends. They've been really active offensively, really active defensively, and it's paying off. Without Lauren Nicholson.
Swain feeling it. Defense down one end, offense down the other.
Good on her. That's a great shot. She's playing a really smart game right now. Really good balance. Big shot. Big timeout needed.
She certainly is. Coming off the bench, Shanice Swain, it's been a role change over the last 4 to 6 weeks. She's embraced it. And you said it well, Larissa. Picking her moments and gets a reward there. 16 points, the differential.
It's a lot of work to be done in 4.5 minutes, Loz.
Well, I just feel that Sydney right now have all the momentum and the confidence, and Bendigo just look a little flat, a little, you know, shell-shocked, I should say. But tell you what, Townsville and Perth would be watching this game going, they'd be cheering for Sydney. It's so close, the race for the top 3.
It's their next 4 for the Flames, so they'll face the UC Capitals at home. They defeated them by 30 points away from home just last round. It's a chance for them to potentially string together a run. They are currently looking for their 5th victory, 2 wins behind 4th. It's going to be tough with games in hand, but if they can string together a win streak, you just never know. Spirit at home against Southside Melbourne, then away to Perth. That is going to be an absolute perler on Jan 15th against the Lynx, who have been flying up until yesterday's game against the Caps.
That'll be a great matchup between them. It's one we all are looking forward to seeing.
Is there one last push in store for Bendigo? Nick McConnell. Running point, Pollard will fire from 3. McConnell nearly picked her pocket. If the Flames can score here and come up with a few stops, you feel like that's probably just about it. Flipped out with Froling. Fighting through Pollard, great D.
Lovely hand there by Pollard. See, Bendigo need to do some damage here. They need scores quick, like that.
This is danger. An easy ball ace has a career high.
I'm not sure what the Flames are doing there. If there's one player you do not want to leave right now, it's someone that's now got 30.
Here's Can. Dow White blows by 2 defenders and straight to the iron for 2.
Well,
what a ball game for Jess McDowell-White.
Well, she has been such a good pickup for them. They've really had problems in that point guard position with Olivia Pupa going down and Isabel Morgan not being able to play as well. So she's come in and just slotted in really well.
Certainly has, and double-digit assists to go with her 5 points tonight. It's been called upon with Nicholson having to sit the entire second half.
Well, just beyond watch, Izzy Borlase has 32 points, and I believe the highest scored this season is 33, so we'll see if she can surpass that and set a new record.
Okay, keep an eye on that one. Escape dribble, Borlase just off. Pollard snatches it down. A missed opportunity there.
It's really important that Sydney have clock management. You don't want to go too negative, but you also want to make sure that you're taking the right shot. Force the defense to get into rotation.
And, yeah, still try and use as much of the clock as you can without, as you said, being negative.
That'll help things as they get a fresh 14 from the sideline.
This is really impressive. They've not had their stalwart in Lauren Nicholson on the floor at all in the second half. They're doing a fantastic job.
It's really tested their depth. They've stood up, Froling.
There must be a door open in that corner. Kelsey Griffin did the same thing from that spot in the first half.
And McConnell keeps them in touch.
That big shot.
12 with 2:45, the equation.
They need to get up here, Spirit. That's it. They need to stop.
Booth a hand in. They do just that. Kick ball the call.
Booth getting her sport codes mixed up there.
And a timeout on the floor. 87-75, 2:32. Bendigo not out of touch yet. Led by 32 points tonight from Izzy Borlase, who has been terrific. Could have been more limited, if not limited, in foul trouble with the 4 personals. Meg McConnell's put together a great game as well, 16 to her name now.
Yeah, 32 points in 27.5 minutes isn't bad, is it?
Certainly not. Previous career high was 31, coming back in 23-24 season for the Adelaide Lightning, Izzy Borlase. She's breached that tonight. Could have been 2 wins in 3 games for Sydney. This would be a real scalp. Still 2 timeouts remaining for Renee Garland.
You could see her pointing to her head. Use your heads, ladies. Make sure that your decision-making out there is strong. Don't panic.
Some of that bench unit getting the opportunity for Bendigo. Booth and Reese join the starters.
Yeah, Kelsey Griffin not out there.
Interesting, isn't it? Not any sort of foul trouble, Griffin. You throw caution to the wind anyway at this point. Can turn to the corner, kicked out. Imanopu. As the shot clock winds down, it's Bendigo basketball.
I need a quick look here. A good look. They've got only just over 2 minutes with 12 points.
It's a big ask, especially the way Sydney are playing. Nice flare screen action.
Borlase, now the entry pass. Imanopu plays above her size though. Great defense. Block number 4 of the night. Thompson. Manopu's had a fantastic two-way game. Thompson's got 30, tied up, all clean. And it will go to the possession arrow.
Well, we see Renee Garlop on the screen, and what a massive win this would be for her in this really infancy stage of her coaching career.
Certainly would be one that she'll remember for a long time. Just the improvement that her girls are showing, she has to be really happy with that.
They've gone from strength to strength the last month. Manopu attacking. And they've got a sense of urgency. McConnell, they have to go. Manopu, strong rebounds.
She's been so good tonight, Loz, hasn't she? Both ends of the floor.
We can't sing her praises enough. He's Froling left unattended. Dump off pass, great
Well, that is Sydney's 26th assist. That just shows how much of a team game they are playing and the decisions that they are making out there. Actually, make that 27.
It's a lot of assists.
His offense has just come to life in the last 3 games for the Flames. They look to breach 90 points once again. McDowell-White. Manopu just wreaking havoc. McConnell looks a little sore. It's multiple career highs tonight, is really favouring one ankle. That is not good scenes. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious for McConnell.
I was just about to say, if you're subbing her off with only a minute to go. Yeah. Hopefully just a stinger, that one, but you never like to see it.
No, you don't. Left ankle twist. Here's Simpson. Back out with McGregor, first opportunity. Bench mob out there on the floor.
Well done, Sydney Flames. What a fantastic game. You'd have to say they've played 4 quarters.
Absolutely, they have played 4 quarters. It's been really nice to watch.
They've won 3 of 4 quarters tonight.
89 points, possibly more in a moment. 89 points against the league's best defenders. Without Lauren Nicholson in the second half, I mean, all the credit to them.
Outstanding. The depth has been tested and they have stood up. Swain had some big moments. McDowell-White as well. Cam ever the veteran presence. And Simpson strokes the 3. And it will be 2 wins in 3 games for the Flames. And their 5th victory of the season. And life under Renee Garlop is going swimmingly. 89-78 the final scoreline here at Kudos Bank Arena. In front of their Sydney fans. Seriously impressive performance. A career-high 32 points for Unique Thompson, who really set the tone early days, Laurie.
Well, what a great win to win in front of your home crowd against the top team and to play so well as numerous players they did, but none no more so than Unique Thompson with her 32 points.
12 of 18 from 2, 10 rebounds, 8 of 8 from the line. She was superb. Nicholson had 19 at halftime. That would have worried them, you have to say, Larissa, coming out of the halftime break without their skipper, Lauren Nicholson, against the Bendigo Spirit, who you thought were going to rampage home, but they were steady the whole way.
Yeah, I just love that the Spirit made a nice little run. They got it back within 6 points halfway through that 3rd quarter, and they just hung tough. Great timeout by Renee Garlop, and they just steadied without Lauren Nicholson. I mean, I think we keep mentioning that because Lauren Nicholson is such a huge part of this team, and they're a young team, so for them to show that that calmness and that poise in that second half is very impressive. And Thompson, my goodness, great game.
Well, I think what she said in the very opener of this game when she talked about they were thinking progress, not perfection. And I think you could say they've progressed a long, long way in tonight's game.
They certainly have. 5 wins, 12 losses now for the Flames. 2 wins behind 4th spot currently. Southside Melbourne. It breaks the win streak for Bendigo after 10 straight. Finally, they fall for the first time since early November. Joe Healy is on court with Keely Froling.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Keely, you've just knocked off the top team in the league. An amazing response for you guys. How did you get it done?
Yeah, I mean, it was a team effort today. Obviously, it's been a rough couple of weeks for us, but I think just a team effort, and we've been so close so many times, so it was nice to get that one today.
Unique Thompson, 32 points, a career high. Just talk me through her game. You guys were finding her so well down in the paint.
Yeah, Yu's been unbelievable. She's had a few family issues this week, so she's pretty emotional, and that was a special game for her. So we're really happy for her, and like, unbelievable. She was so good.
You guys led from start to finish. You also didn't have Loz in the second half. What does this win mean for your confidence moving forward to try and make a push at the back end of the season?
Yeah, I think, you know, we've had that confidence. We've had games, but we haven't been able to put 4 quarters together. And today we did that, and I think everyone played, you know, their roles really well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we can beat anyone in this league, and we have the confidence that we can do that, and hopefully we can get a few games rolling back into the season.
Just put the league on notice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
Certainly proven that tonight. The Flames wearing black armbands tonight in honour of Unique Thompson's grandmother, and she had a superb game, a career high, 32 points, 10 rebounds. This is how she got it done, and she has been gritty all season long, just causing Bendigo headaches in the Keyway.
She was just so impressive in her shot selection, in the strength and the way she was rebounding and getting second chance opportunities, just to grab that out of the air between 2 defenders. But as I said, her decision making, she wasn't overdoing it. She just was so impactful.
And she was 63% from the field. Getting down the boulevard time and time again. Led the way for Sydney. That'll feel good tonight. You can see how much it means to them. And they are confident they can do some damage in the home stretch of WNBL 26. Stick around, we'll wrap it all up after this. 89-78, an upset victory for the resurgent Sydney Flames here at Kudos Bank Arena. Post-game wrap in the WNBL, the Sydney Flames and the Bendigo Spirit. Sydney get it done 89-78. They led from start to finish and protected that double-digit lead throughout. Got down to 6 at one stage, but they stood up down the stretch. And you can see how much it means to this young Sydney Flames squad. Under Renee Garland, they get their second win in 3 matches. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson and Laurie Chiswick with you to break it all down. Here's a look at the match stats and team assists tonight. Outstanding for Sydney, 27 to 9 turnovers. That really illustrates how efficient they were, Laurie.
Well, it was the assists and it was the relentlessness on the O boards that really stood out to me and just gave them second chance opportunities. They shot the 3 ball, their decision making was good. They were just fun to watch out there.
We'll have a look at the Bunnings ladder and how it all shapes up. Bendigo will still be on top with 13 victories. Sydney now with their 5th victory of the season. Larissa, am I crazy to say that there may be still a chance?
Oh, no, look, mathematically there absolutely is. And as we've seen from yesterday's result, today's result, anything is possible. So if there's anything to learn this weekend from teams is that anyone can beat anybody on any given day and you've just got to always be ready to go. But isn't this exciting that everyone's starting to talk about how the top 3 are just absolutely there? Now this shows that everybody can just, everyone has a chance. And I love what Sydney did today. That was such a good game.
Are you saying those top 3 might drop out?
No, I'm saying they might just topsy-turn and change
absolutely.
their position. It just keeps it alive on where they're going to finish because we all know that first position that's a huge advantage at the moment with the way other teams are playing.
Yeah, I think games in hand is going to help Southside Melbourne and the UC Capitals as well, but absolutely home court is huge in the finals. Here's a look at the remainder of round 12 and tomorrow it all caps off with the Townsville Fire and the Geelong Venom. The Fire looking to get back on the winners list after prevailing against Adelaide a couple of nights ago as well. So that one is going to be an interesting look at where they're at. I'll tell you what, Agnes Zemanopu, Laurie, I've been so impressed with what she's produced over the last month or so.
Well, we talked about her right at the start of the game and her athleticism, her decision-making, her strength and versatility, and it really was on display in today's game.
She was outstanding, 13 points after a career high 15 on New Year's Eve. Thank you very much for joining us for another WNBL 26 matchup. The Flames get it done in an upset victory here at Kudos Bank Arena. Thank you very much for joining us. Liam Ellison, Larissa Anderson, Laurie Chiswick and Joe Healy courtside. And from all of our hard-working team behind the scenes here, thank you and good night.